Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 103 of the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. This is going to be a watch party to the Houston Cougars versus Syracuse Orange game, college basketball game. As always, I'm very excited for this one. Yeah. Okay. But no, as always, guys, I'm very excited for this one. Let me real quick. This is of course a part of the Players Era Festival. So I'm very excited. Let me real quick make sure I'm live and stuff. We were supposed to go live for another game that was earlier today, which was Baylor versus Crichton. But unfortunately, I had a watch party to do for my reaction channel at that same time. So decided to cancel the Baylor watch party and just do this Houston watch party today. So, as always, very excited. Let me real quick see. Okay, we're live. Oh, guys, just real quick checking some. Almost done. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look at some ESPN stuff before the game gets going. Looking at college men's basketball scores. So, 12 minutes to go in the game. It's 58, 15 ranked Iowa State over 14 ranked St. John's. Also in the Players Era Festival on True TV, it says 6 p.m. Central Time on the ACC Network. Yeah, 6 p.m. Central Time on the ACC Network, about an hour. 6 ranked Louisville takes on Eastern Michigan. At 7 p.m. Central Time on the Big Ten Network, UT Grand Valley takes on 13 ranked Illinois. Also at 7 p.m. Central Time on True TV is 21 ranked Auburn against Oregon. At 8:30 p.m. Central Time on TNT, 12 ranked Gonzaga takes on 8 ranked Alabama. Also in the Players Era Festival. In the Wildcat Classic, Denver takes on 2 ranked Arizona. Coming up at 9:30 p.m. Central Time on CBS Sports Network. On True TV, San Diego State takes on 7 ranked Michigan. 17th ranked Tennessee beat Rutgers in the Players Era Festival 85-60. Seton Hall beat 23rd-ranked NC State and upset 85-74 in the Southwest Maui Invitational tournament. So, very cool, very cool. Very cool. As always, moving on to NFL scores. All right, coming up tonight, Monday Night Football, also the end of Week 12 of the regular season at 7:15 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. The Panthers take on the 49ers. Obviously, the games have already happened. Thursday Night Football, Texans beat the Bills 23-19. Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. Lions beat the Giants 34-27. Packers beat the Vikings 23-6. Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. Chiefs beat the Colts in overtime 23-20. Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. Browns beat the Raiders 24-10. In overtime, the Jaguars beat the Cardinals 27-24. Cowboys beat the Eagles 24-21. Falcons beat the Saints 24-10. And the Rams beat the Buccaneers 34-7. The bye week teams were the Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers, and Commanders. NBA scores. Kelvin Sampson, 12th season as Houston's head coach, 804 something. I couldn't read it, but is Syracuse's head coach, 3rd season as Syracuse's head coach, has a 38-31 record. And we're underway with the tip. Syracuse wins the tip. And we are underway. For 3 is good. Drained at 3-0 Orange to start the game. Now Houston has the ball. And that's out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover on Houston Syracuse ball. So not a great start to the game for Houston. 6 p.m. Central Time, Pistons versus Pacers. On Peacock, Cavaliers versus Raptors. At 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Knicks versus Nets. Mavericks versus Heat. 7 p.m. Central Time, Nuggets versus Grizzlies. Trailblazers versus Bucks. Bulls versus Pelicans. At 8:30 p.m. Central Time, Peacock, Rockets versus Suns. 9 p.m. Central Time, Jazz versus Warriors. And Timberwolves versus Kings. NHL scores. 6 p.m. Central Time, ESPN Plus, Flyers versus Lightning. ESPN Plus, Red Wings versus Devils. NHL Network, Blues versus Rangers. ESPN Plus, Blue Jackets versus Capitals. At 7 p.m. Central Time, ESPN Plus, Panthers versus Predators. 8 p.m. Central Time, ESPN Plus, Golden Knights take on Mammoth. Mammoth, yeah. And ESPN Plus, Senators versus Kings. So it's 3-1 now because Houston hit 1 free throw, so it's now 3-1. 19 minutes to go in the first half, through the first minute of this game. Nice defense right now by blocked by Houston and the steal by the Cougars. They have the ball. Chicago tripped, but they're going to call a foul on the Orange. So that'll be a couple free throws at the line for the Cougars. And mine Cougars just gonna throw it in the sidelines. 17 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first half. It's 4-3. Three-ranked Houston leads at Syracuse. Another block by Houston. It's out of bounds, but that'll go back to Houston. So ESPN. They're going to get Tugler going over the back, so that'll be a turnover again. Syracuse basketball again. One thing I want to mention was the new rankings that came out today for college men's basketball. Um, so your top 10: Purdue, Arizona, Houston, Duke, UConn, Louisville, Michigan, Alabama, BYU, Florida. And then your next five are Michigan State, Gonzaga, Illinois, St. John's, Iowa State. And then to finish out the top 20, North Carolina, Tennessee, UCLA, Kentucky, Texas Tech. To round out the top 25, Auburn 21, Arkansas 22, NC State 23, Vanderbilt 24, and Indiana 25. Others receiving votes are Wisconsin, Kansas, Oregon, Georgetown, St. Mary's, Nebraska, Ohio State, Missouri, Utah State, Baylor, Ole Miss, USC, Iowa, Clemson, Santa Clara, Creighton, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, and Buffalo. The two teams that dropped from the rankings are Wisconsin and Kansas. All right, it's 6-4 Syracuse now. Sixteen, 19 to go in the first half, 5-4 Syracuse over Houston. All right, let me see. Uh, All right, Syracuse with the basketball here. Syracuse looking, passing. Bad pass there. Good defense by Houston, though, with the steal. Houston ball. With three, Houston drains. And they take the lead back at 7-5. Deep three by Syracuse. They take the lead back 8-7. Right now, it's just a back and forth game. Then again, we're still in the beginning of this game. Only fifth. We still got 15 minutes to go in the first half. 2-pointer of that is missed by Houston. Defensive rebound, Syracuse. Not gonna lie, Syracuse is actually playing really good right now against Houston. 3-pointer off the mark. Offensive rebound for three again is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound for three is good. Houston retakes the lead 10-8. That was Milos Uzan with the 3-pointer for the Cougars. Now the Orange have the ball again. Syracuse misses that first free throw, still 10-8. Uh, about 10-9, Houston. Again, 3-ranked Houston over Syracuse. Houston, oh my god. Syracuse. What happened was the guy jumped to try to block the ball. The guy jumped to try to block the ball and ended up going on top of the Houston player. Yikes. The announcer just said defenses on both sides are suffocating, which is true. Still funny. All right. Dun, 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 dun. 14-10, Syracuse over Houston. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Uh, Alright, Houston for two is good. They're now down by 1, 14-13. Sorry, down by 2, 14-12. 12 minutes to go in the first half. 11 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. These 3-pointers are just dropping all over the place. Syracuse now leads 17-12 over Houston. Houston alley-oop is no good. Syracuse with the defensive rebound. Syracuse for two is off the mark, but the foul on the Cougars. Timeout is taken here. We're going to take another commercial break. 11 minutes left in the first half, 17-12. Syracuse over 3-ranked Houston. Dun, 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Um 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 um. All right, Syracuse at the free throw line. First free throw is made. It's 18-12. Syracuse making Houston run for their money here at the start of here in the first half of this game. 11 minutes left in the first half. Goes 1 for 2 there at the line, still 18-12. 11 minutes left in the first. And there's a steal by Syracuse. The dunk is good. They lead 20-12. Bad passing there by Houston, but great defense by Syracuse. They grabbed the steal and then the dunk. 10-2 scoring run right now for the Orange. 2-pointer is off the mark for Houston, but the foul is on Syracuse. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. 23-14 Syracuse over 3 ranked Houston. That's a 2-pointer off a foul on Syracuse. Sharp is down. He's fine. Foul on Syracuse as they foul uh, Houston's Emmanuel Sharp right there. Syracuse stripped away by Emmanuel Sharp with the steal for two is off the mark, but a foul on Syracuse. That was a clean rip away by Houston. Right, Sharp. Three of those at the line for Emmanuel. One made the first one. It's now 23-17. I just now realized I completely forgot to read out the starting lineup for Houston. Let me real quick do that. Let me go to ESPN and real quick do that. Starting five for the Houston starting five for the Houston Cougars. You got Chris Sinak Jr. You got uh Joseph Chris Sinak Jr., Joseph Tugler, Kingston Flemings, Miles Suzanne, and Emmanuel Sharp is your starting five today for the Houston Cougars. Milo Suzanne for two is good. It's now 23-20. Houston only down by two, down by one possession. It's a one possession game. Syracuse comes into this game 4-0 overall. Houston comes into this game 5-0 overall. If Houston wins, then no matter who wins, they will give the other team their first loss of the season. Takeaway again by Houston. Offensive foul on Houston, so turnover, Syracuse ball. 7 minutes to go in the first half. It's 23-20. Syracuse over 3 ranked Houston. Miles Suzanne, free throw line, makes the first one. It's now 23-21. That, sorry, Houston has the ball for two off the mark. Offensive rebound, though. Miles Suzanne with the basketball. Passes it to Chris. Passes it back to Uzan for three off the mark. Uzan with the offensive rebound. Knack Jr. with the three. Sorry, Flemings, with the three. It's now 25. Now 25-23. 3 ranked Houston over Syracuse. 11-0 run for the Houston Cougars right now. Foul on, so the steal by Houston, but then a bump and a foul by George of Syracuse. So foul on Syracuse there. Whistle on Syracuse. 5 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first half. Excuse me. Syracuse drains a three there. Kings. It's now 26-25, but a foul also. It's a chance to have 4-point play here. And makes it. Syracuse winning right now 27-25. 5:35 to go in the first half. Makes it again. It's now 28-25. 5:35 left. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Bad job there. The steal by Syracuse, and now and we'll stay over here on Syracuse. Yeah. People say Syracuse hasn't really played competition, even though I don't know. Syracuse is actually playing Houston like Houston has never played competition. Just saying. Just saying. Mm. 4:49 to go in the first half. We are all tied up at 20. Let me retry that. We're all tied up 28-28 between Syracuse and 3 ranked Houston with 4:49 to go in the first half. Trouble in the corner. Syracuse for three is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. That's Miles Suzanne passing it. Oh, sorry, that was not Miles Suzanne, but passed to Miles Suzanne. 3-pointer missed right there. Syracuse defensive rebound. So much is happening. 3-pointer off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. Houston now heading down the court. And stepping on the sidelines, that's out of bounds. A turnover for Houston. That'll be orange basketball. Houston to Kelvin Sampson's ticked. Sampson's ticked. 4 minutes left in the first half here. Syracuse basketball. Syracuse for three off the mark. Houston defensive rebound for three is good. Houston leads at 31-28. 3 minutes left here in the first half. 31-28 Houston over Syracuse. 3 minutes officially to go here in the first half. 2 point for Houston is good. It's now 33-28. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the first half. 33-29. 3 rank Houston um over Syracuse. Kingston Fleming's mid-range off the mark, and Syracuse for two is good. It's now a 3 point game, 35-32. Houston leads with a minute 27 left in the first half. Bum, 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 bum. Uh, what? No, that's not. All right, Houston for two is off the mark. Outbounds will stay Houston basketball. Um, does not get it there for Syracuse. Houston basketball defensive rebound. Houston basketball. Houston. The three is off the mark. Syracuse defensive foul on Sharp. It's now two on Sharp. This is that free throw for Syracuse. It's they keep missing free throws, which is not a great thing. Syracuse does. Misses the free throw again. Syracuse, man, either get better free throw shooters or something. Makes that one. Three-ranked Houston leads Syracuse by 1, 35-34. Houston will get the last shot of the half as there are 10 seconds left. Final possession of the half. Houston, Sharp, bumped out of bounds. It'll stay Houston ball, though. All right, Sharp at the free throw line now for Houston. Makes the first one. It's now 36-34. 4.7 to go in the first half. So that means Syracuse will get the final shot of the half to go into the locker rooms. And that is good. 2 for 2 at the line. It's now 37-34. Syracuse has to go. Tie, no good. Three-ranked Houston leads Syracuse at halftime at 37-34. Dun 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's what. Let's look at some MLB scores. Oh, sorry, not MLB scores, but MLB news. I don't know why that took so long. MLB news. So here's some Astros news. Astros tender contracts to all eligible players reach deals with De Los Santos, Trammell. This was a article by Daniel Kramer of MLB.com. It says the Astros on Friday announced they tendered contracts to all 11 of the arbitration eligible players in the wake of subtracting two others from the rosters this week. Utility man Mauricio Dubon traded to the Braves, and Ramon Urias designated for assignment. Additionally, Houston signed right-hander Enyel De Los Santos to a one-year contract and outfielder Taylor Trammell to a one-year split contract at Pro 2026 or for 2026. Both players were also eligible for salary arbitration. The group of 11, along with their salaries from 2025 per Cougars baseball contracts. So the group of 11 along with their salaries from 2025. Okay. So we got Brian Abreu, Nick Allen, Hunter Brown, Yainer Diaz, Jake Myers, Stephen Oker, Isaac Paredes, Jeremy Pena, Jesus Sanchez, Bennett Sousa, and Hayden Wisniewski. MLB.com's Mark Feinstein reported that De Los Santos deal for $1.6 million and includes a $100,000 bonus if he appears in 60 games, while Trammell's contract is for $500,000 guaranteed and $900,000 if he makes the major league roster. The next step for the group of 11 is to exchange salary arbitration figures, with that deadline coming on January 8th. However, agreements can come sooner, as many did Friday across the majors. So, Schaefer, returning as Rockies' full-time manager, Manny Randhawa per MLB.com, and says, as the Rockies continue to undergo an offseason of change in the front office, they will look to a familiar face to guide the team on the field moving forward. The club announced that Monday that Warren Schaefer, who took over as interim manager last season when Colorado parted ways with Bud Black in May, has been named the team's manager in 2026. As he sheds the as he sheds the interim tag and becomes the 8th full-time manager in franchise history, Schaefer said a major goal for him is to continue guiding a young roster toward success through collective strength. He said, quote unquote, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to continue leading this team. My focus remains on continuing to build a strong, unified culture based on accountability, hard work, and trust. We had a group of guys who care deeply about competing the right way, and my goal is to keep straightening those relationships while leading a team that our fans can embrace and be proud of. Schaefer, who's 40 years old, served as the Rockies' third base coach and infield coach prior to being named interim manager. He has been with the organization in a coaching/player development capacity for more than a decade after his professional playing career ended He was selected by the Rockies in the 38th round of the 2007 draft out of Virginia Tech and played as an infielder in Colorado's farm system from 2007 to 2012. So there you go. This one, Ime does not want to join the Dodgers. He wants to take them, quote unquote, take them down. This was per Michael Clare and Ayako Oikawa. Michael Clare of MLB.com, Ayako Oikawa of, I guess, whoever. When the news broke that Seibu Lions ace Tatsuya Ime was posted, many Major League fans had one question: would he also want to join the Dodgers? After all, not only is Los Angeles arguably the closest flight back to Japan, but he'd be able to join fellow countrymen Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, and Roki Sasaki to help LA push for a third consecutive World Series championship next year. Have no fear, fans of baseball's 29 other teams. Ime has no interest in forming Miami Heat, a skew super team in Los Angeles. If anything, he wants to show off his skills and take those three down. Speaking with Daisuke Matsusaka on the show, Hodo Station, Ime revealed a bit of a competitive edge. Quote unquote, of course, I'd enjoy playing alongside Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. Ime told the former Major League pitcher and two-time World Series Baseball Classic champion, quote unquote, but winning against a team like that and becoming a world champion would be the most valuable thing in my life. If anything, I'd rather take them down. That's what he said. So we will see. Where does Harper stand entering 26? Let's dig in. This was a article by Jared Greenspan of MLB.com. It says another quick postseason as it exit fueled some hubbub earlier this offseason in Philadelphia when Dave Dombrowski questioned whether Bryce Harper could rise to a truly elite level again. The stir has since quieted Dombrowski. The Phillies president of baseball operations said he had a nice conversation with Harper, who was initially hurt by Dombrowski's comments. This will soon be forgotten, especially by next season, when Harper is again the anchor of a Phillies team that expects to contend for a World Series. Harper is also part of the halfway point of the 13-year, $330 million contract he signed ahead of the 2019 season. He's 33 now, and another critical year looms. Here are three reasons for optimism and three for concern for Harper heading into 2026. Optimism. He's still hitting the ball hard. Last month, Harper's agent Scott Boras responded to Dombrowski by comparing Harper to a Ferrari. "Quote unquote, you put gas in the tank and the Harpery, meaning the Ferrari, works," Boras said. Why no one has worn 57 for the Astros since 1977? This is 1997. I mean, this is an article by Brian McTaggart, a random article. It says shortly after Fireball and closer Billy Wagner was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2025, the Astros retired his number at 13 in a ceremony at Dyken Park. His became the 10th number retired by the Astros, including Wagner's former teammates Craig Biggio, number 7, and Jeff Bagwell, number 5. Also of Hall of Famers, the other retired Astros numbers belong to Jim Umbricht, Umbricht, who I'm saying it right. Number 32, John Wilson. Number 40, Jose Cruz. Number 25, Mike Scott. Number 33, Nolan Ryan. Number 34, Larry Joker. Number 49, and Jimmy Wynn at number 44. Sorry, number 24. Each of whom left an indelible mark on the franchise. Then there's 57, which hasn't been worn by an Astros player since 1997. Jersey number 57 isn't officially retired, but the Astros have chosen to keep it out of circulation in respect to former pitcher Dale Kill, who wore the number while he pitched for the Astros from 1991 to 97. Kill died unexpectedly on June 22, 2002, at the age of 33 while he was playing for the Cardinals. Kill was found dead in his hotel room in Chicago prior to the Cardinals game against the Cubs, which was postponed. Bagwell Biggio and Astros catcher Brad Ausmus was among Kill's best friends during his days in Houston. They were so distraught the day that Kill died that they didn't take batting practice prior to the Astros game last night. Sorry, that night. So I'm gonna stop right there. But sad story. Mets shake up core by acquiring Semien from Rangers for Nimmo. Anthony DeComo per Anthony DeComo of MLB.com, and says Brandon Nimmo, the longest tenured at Met and one of the most popular players in recent franchise history, is heading to Texas. In a blockbuster trade that shakes up the team's core. The Mets on Monday finalized a deal to send Nimmo and cash to the Rangers for second baseman Marcus Semien, changing the complexion, yeah, of complexion, man, I don't know, of New York's roster in one significant stroke. That's insane. I did not even know about this till now. The deal abruptly ends Nimmo's tenure after 10 largely productive seasons in Queens amid an 8-year, $162 million contract that was meant to make Nimmo a Met for life. Instead, he will join longtime teammate Jacob deGrom in Texas, while the Mets increase their defense and roster flexibility with their acquisition for Semien. Quote-unquote, Mets president of baseball operations Stone said on a conference call Monday, quote-unquote, these are difficult deals to put together. You're talking about two very established players. You are talking about two players who are embedded in their organizations who have had success there. Yeah. Just ship them away. One team at each position most in need of an upgrade for 2026, per Brian Murphy of MLB.com. Alright, so I'm not gonna read, I'm just gonna say the name. So Rays, their possession is catcher. At first base, we got the D-backs. Second base, Giants. Shortstop, Braves. Third base, Tigers. Outfield, Royals. Outfield, Guardians. Outfield, Dodgers. Designated hero, Padres. Starting pitcher, Cubs. Relief pitcher, Rangers. Personally, if it were me, I don't think the Dodgers need anything, just because they're already a super team as it is. 17 minutes, 50 seconds, 17 minutes, under 17 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the game. It's 40-38, 3-ranked Houston over Syracuse. Looks like offensive foul on the Cougars, so it'll go to Syracuse ball. That's off the mark. 17 minutes to go in the game. Houston leads 40 to 38, and that's a steal by Houston. Another steal in the game. Sharp for two is off the mark, but a foul on the orange. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go refill my drink and stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, so Syracuse is at the free throw line right here. And it's off the mark. Syracuse keeps missing free throws. They gotta start making those free throws. They're gonna have a harder time at winning if they can't make these free throws. Make these easy shots that Houston is giving them. Fifteen 20 to go in the game. It's 43-41 Syracuse over Houston. Houston with the ball. Passing it around right now, trying to find an open shot for two is off the mark by an offensive rebound. Passes it to Uzan. Snack will go for three and makes it. They take the lead back. It's take the lead. It's 44-43. Second chance points. I think it said Houston's winning in that category right now. Two-pointer for Syracuse off the mark, but Sanak fouls for a foul on Houston's Snack. So couple of free throws at the line again for the Orange. The question is, can they make them? Because they haven't been able to seem to make free throws all game. No joke. Can they make these two? Off the mark. Still 44-43. Makes it. It's now we're all tied up at 44-44. 14:36 to go. 14:36 to go in the game. Houston wins, they'll improve to 6-0. Syracuse will be 4-1. Syracuse wins, they'll be up 5-0, and Houston will get their first loss and make become 5-1. Either way, no matter who wins, because Syracuse is 4-0, Houston's 5-0. So either way, no matter who wins this game, they will give the opposing team their first loss of the season. So Uzan for two off the mark. Offensive rebound is with the two is good. Sanak Jr. makes it plus the foul. Chance at 3-point play. It's right now chance at 3-point play. I was just gonna look up the so if we look at Syracuse, they are 4-0 because they beat Binghamton. They really played nobody so far. That besides this is their first like competitive game really. They beat Binghamton 85-47. 83-43 they beat Delaware State. They beat Drexel 80-50. And they beat Monmouth 78-73, which I mean technically that was competitive. They were in a close game there. But Houston has beat Lehigh 75-57. They beat Towson 65-48, Oakland 78-45, Auburn 73-72, and Rider last game 91-45. So going into this game against Syracuse. Sanak with easy flush there. It's now Houston now leads 49-46 at 13 minutes 40 seconds to go in the game. Sharp is so confused. He's trying to figure out how come he fouled, or how is that a foul? Well, Sharp is not really the happiest camper right now. Syracuse at the free throw line. Can they make free throws? Makes the first one. It's 49-47. They made the first one for the they made the first out of two free throws for the first time in like ever. And still, they have yet to go 2 for 2. Still 49-47 at Cougars. Uzan with the basketball for Houston. Passes it to Tugler for two. Off the mark. Out of bounds. Last touch, but Syracuse stays Houston basketball. Stays Houston basketball. Three-pointer off, good, off the backboard. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. Three-ranked Houston leads at Syracuse 52-47. Second chance points, I was right. Houston leads within that regard. Leads within that category today. So far today. Syracuse off the mark for three, but offensive rebound. They get another chance here. Chance at some second chance points here, speaking of joints. Chance. For three, Syracuse is off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. Milos Uzan with the basketball. For two is good. 54-47. 54-47. Three ranked Houston. Syracuse with the ball. Kyle for the dunk. 54-49. Nice job there. 54-49. 11 minutes to go in this game. Offensive foul on the Cougars. Syracuse turnover. It'll be Syracuse ball when they come back here from commercial break and timeout, of course. Official TV timeout, I'm pretty sure it is, obviously. Yeah, I was right. Official TV timeout. So that's interesting. So Friday football is back this coming Friday. Um, this coming Friday, Black Friday, there will be it's the Bears versus somebody. I can't remember who they said, but Bears. That's interesting. NFL never, as far as I'm aware of course, NFL never plays on Fridays nor Saturdays. Well, sometimes Saturdays, but they never play on Fridays, which I always wondered that. I'm gonna look that up. Why does the NFL not play on Fridays? The number one asked question, pretty much. So the NFL traditionally avoids playing on Fridays due to the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961, which was designed to protect high school and college football games by preventing professional games from being broadcast during their peak season. So there you go. It says this law prohibits NFL games from airing on Fridays after 6 p.m. and on Saturdays during the high school and college regular season, which typically runs from the second Friday in September to the second Saturday in December. The NFL has found exceptions through events like the Black Friday game, which starts before 6 p.m., holiday games such as Christmas Day, and early season international games. So there you go. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in this game. 3-pointer by Syracuse off the mark. Off the mark, 54-51. Houston over Syracuse. It's thundering currently right now. It's rainy. It's rainy here. Well, it's all for Kyle there. 2-pointer for Houston for Miles Suzanne is now 58-54. Off the mark for Kings. Defensive rebound up by the Cougars. For 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound up by Tugler for Houston, so they keep it. Another opportunity here for some points. $7:56 to go in the game. Houston leads by 4, 58-54 over Syracuse. And he's traveled. Turnover, back to Houston ball. Seven minutes left in the game. It's 60-54. Houston over Syracuse. Houston with the ball. Sharp for 2 is off the mark. For a whistle and a foul on the Orange. That will put Houston at the line. Deep three is good for Houston. 63-54. That was Emmanuel Sharp. Again, Emmanuel Sharp for three. Syracuse for two off the mark. Emmanuel Sharp with the defensive rebound for Houston. 63-54. Three ranked Houston Cougars over Syracuse Orange. With 6 minutes to go in the game. 6 minutes remain in this game. Flemings for three off the mark. Syracuse defensive rebound. Syracuse. Syracuse needs a bucket here of something, whether that's a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, maybe even free throw, maybe even a couple free throws. Honestly, they need something because they haven't been able to do a thing. Five and a half minutes left in the game. Samson, or sorry, not Samson. Sharp for three is off the mark, but the offensive rebound, so they're gonna know the shot. For 2 point, for a 2 point off the mark, but offensive rebound again, and the 2 point is good. It's now 65-54. 9-0 run for the Houston Cougars. They lead three ranked Houston leads 65-54 over Syracuse at 4 minutes 56 seconds left in the game. 4 minutes 57 seconds left in the game. 60 foul in Houston there. Four minutes left in the game. Syracuse at the free throw line. Can they make free throws? That is the question here. They will get, well, he would have gotten a pair of free throws if he had made that one, which he didn't. But 4 minutes left in the game. And that's a two for Syracuse. It's now 65-56. 3:20 to go in the game. With 3:06 to play, media time. They're taking a media timeout. Potentially, maybe the last of the game. uh, uh, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. And they turn it over. Syracuse with the steal, the 2 plus the foul. Chance at 3-point play. It's 67 to 67-point game. Chance at 3-point play. Chance to make it a 6-point game. Syracuse ain't out yet. This game is literally coming down to the wire, literally. Tip back in. They missed the free throw, but the tip back in. 67-62 at 3-ranked Houston over Syracuse. 2 minutes, 15 to go in the game. Manuel Sharp has it, passes it to looks like Uzan. Out of bounds off of Syracuse. Looks like it's off of Uzan. They're reviewing the play right now. Looks like it's off of Uzan. 2 minutes to go in the game. Uzan has the ball. Passes it to Sharp. For three. Is off the mark. But a shot clock violation at turnover on Houston. That will be Syracuse basketball. That will be Syracuse basketball. The two by Syracuse is now 67-64, one possession, 3-point game. 67-64, Houston over Syracuse, a minute and 20 to go in this game. Uzan for three is off the mark. Uzan, the Houston offensive rebound, though, they get a second chance here. Uzan with the ball, passes it to Flemings. Passes it back to Uzan for three is off the mark. Syracuse has it. Defensive rebound for three. We're tied. We're tied 67-67 with under 1 minute to go. With under 1 minute to go in the game, we are tied at 67-67. And it's just like that. It's a brand new ball game. Just like that, anyone can win now. Anyone can win. English. 60. I'm interested now to see what happens. 67-67. I was already interested, but 67-67. Three-ranked Houston tied with Syracuse. 54.6 left in the game. Houston with the ball. The freshman Flemings with the ball. There's a foul. There's a bump by Sterling. A foul on Syracuse. The foul that they had to give. So Houston will go to the free throw line with a chance to grab. Oh wait, no, they just threw it in from the silence. Never mind. Never mind. Flemings passes it to Sharp. Passes it to Tugler. Shoot. Uzan off the mark. Syracuse defensive rebound. Shot clock is off. They are going to go for the final shot of the half. Five seconds. George. Blocked. And we have overtime. I'm good. Right to the rim to start overtime. Houston takes the lead 69-67. As we kick off overtime. 4:30 left. Syracuse for two. We're tied again 69-69. Hello? Oh, I thought someone cut out. And that's a 3 that is off the mark. For 2, Sharp makes it. It's now 71-69 at 3 minutes left. Officially 3 minutes left in the game. 3 minutes. Syracuse with the ball. For 2, off the mark, Uzan for Houston with the defensive rebound. Sharp for 3 is good. It's 74-69. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in overtime. Syracuse down 74-69. Syracuse for 2 is off the mark, but batted out. Offensive rebound, though, for the Orange. So chance at another. For 2 is off the mark. That's out of bounds, but the save. Syracuse offensive rebound for 2 is good. 74-71. 74-71. Under a minute and 50 left. Just under a minute 50 left. Now a minute and 40. Short for 3. Deep 3. Off the mark. Syracuse defensive rebound. For 2. Off the mark. Out of bounds. Last touch by Houston. Last touch by Syracuse. So it'll go back to Houston ball. Foul on Tugler. That'll go foul on Tugler, the 5th for Joseph Tugler. Syracuse at the line for a couple. Let's see if they can actually make it to make this a 1-point game. Just missed the first, so not going to be a 1-point game. It's either going to be a 2-point game or it's going to stay here at 3-point. Makes it is 74-72. Houston over Syracuse with officially 1 minute left in overtime. Uzan, Alabama versus Alabama and Gonzaga. They are both just in their locker rooms watching this game, seeing who's going to win. They're the next game coming up for the Players Era Festival. After this game, their game on the court is up next. After this game, their game's up next. I bet you they're watching to see who wins. That's a free throw that's made for Houston 75-72. They got one more. They can either go 1 for 2 or 2 for 2. Milos Uzan is at the free throw line for the Cougars. Uzan now went 2 for 2 there, 76-72. 40 seconds left in overtime. Syrucuse has to go quick. Has to go quick for 2. It's good. It's 76-74. And timeout taken here. 2-point game. I'll be right back, guys. They're going to take a commercial break. Houston ball. Milos Uzan Milos Uzan with the ball for Houston. I gotta get back to reaction, so I need someone to win. Foul on Syracuse. That'll be 2 free throws at the line for Milos Uzan and the Cougars. And that is a free throw that is made. First one's made. It's now 77-74. If he can make this one, that'll probably seal the game. And that's game. 17.6 left in overtime. 78-74. Houston over Syracuse. Kelvin Sampson and Houston are taking a timeout here to discuss strategy and stuff here for these last 17 seconds left in overtime. It's a 4-point game, 2-possession game. I mean, Syracuse still has time. Yeah, that is one thing, is whether Syracuse actually wins this. Okay, I'll mention it afterwards. Long three, off the mark, Houston. Foul on the orange again, starting to slip away. 11 point, the game's probably over, but whatever. 11.9 left in overtimes. Houston will go to the line. What I was gonna say was whether Syracuse actually wins this or not, which is looking likely they're not gonna, but whether they win or not. They gotta look. Misses that free throw. And that's it. Houston beats Syracuse 78-74. Houston improves to 6-0 on the season. Syracuse earns their first loss. They are now 4-1 on the season. As Houston beat three-ranked Houston defeats Syracuse in overtime by a final score of 78-74. What I was gonna say was Syracuse be proud of just how they played today against a top 25 for Pete's sakes, the top 5 team. So, but as always, guys, that is going to do it for episode 103 of the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. A watch party of the three-ranked Houston Cougars versus Syracuse Orange. As always, we will be back tomorrow, actually, because all three teams, Baylor, Houston, and Ohio State, all play tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow for that busy day tomorrow. But let me see. Baylor. Yeah, here we go. So Baylor tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Central Time on True TV plays against 14th-ranked St. John's in the Players Era Festival. I believe last game of it. Houston tomorrow plays at 5 p.m. Central Time on TNT against 17th-ranked Tennessee in the Players Era Festival. And Ohio State plays tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Central Time against Mount St. Mary's on the Big Ten Network. So, as always, we will see you all tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, starting at 3:30 p.m. Central Time for the Baylor versus 14th-ranked St. John's Players Era Festival game. So, as always, with that being said, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care and peace out, guys.